to our trio from the College of Music, a beautiful prelude to today's event. Thank you to the Spartan Discords for their rendition of MSU Shadows. We appreciate you joining us this evening as we pay tribute to the lives of Spartan students we've lost this past year. I am Dr. Denise Maybank, and I have the privilege of serving as the Vice President and Associate Provost for Student Affairs and Services. We will now hear words of condolence from the deans of the colleges of which your family members were a part.
Hello, my name is Phil Duxbury, and I am Dean of the College of Natural Science. It is my honor to remember Catherine Rogers, a much loved member of our college community. Katie was a neuroscience major at Michigan State with an excellent GPA and received her posthumous degree in fall semester 2019. We remember her and will continue to remember her as a smart, inspiring, and kind member of our college.
Hello, I'm Leo Kempel, Dean of the College of Engineering. On behalf of all Spartan engineers, I send my heartfelt condolences for the Spartans that we've lost since last year. I especially want to send our sympathies to the families and friends of students we have lost from the College of Engineering. Regardless of the challenges these students have faced, they persevered in the best tradition of Spartans. This past year, we lost students in tragic circumstances to disease and accidents. Whenever we lose a Spartan engineer, a little bit of our family is gone, and we are less than we could have been. Those who we have lost this year are no different. From the engineering faculty, staff, students, and alumni, we send remembrance of compassion and comfort. We miss our absent Spartans.
On behalf of the college, we remember student Dr. Jeffrey LANGOLF and all that he did and all that he was going to be. He is not forgotten.
I am so honored to have known Josiah. He pushed me to become a better scientist, and he embodied pure goodness. We will continue to honor and remember Josiah, for we know that his legacy lives on through us. And as he rests in Abba's arms, may your cups overflow with peace and comfort.
On behalf of the College of Arts and Letters, our heartfelt condolences go out to the families and friends of Daniel HOFFMAN and Donald MILTON. Although their time with us was short, they left a lasting impact on everyone they met. They will be dearly missed.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andy Amalfitano, and I'm the Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. And on behalf of the college, today we remember Dr. Laura OSAER. I say doctor, she accomplished a lot during her lifetime, including posthumously graduating from our college with her medical degree, something I know she held and wanted to achieve so dearly. So on behalf of the college, we remember her successes. And we also note that the world lost a fantastic doctor. On behalf of the college, thank you for allowing us to remember her today alongside you.
Hello, I'm Aaron Souza. I'm the interim dean at the College of Human Medicine, and I want to remember with love and fondness Annie Yang, who was a rising second-year student we lost last June. Rather than me talk about her, I thought I would read from an award-winning essay that Annie wrote. She writes, "I've come to realize that I'm one of the few people privileged to see patients at their most vulnerable. For many of the patients, coming to the office and talking about their pains, both emotional and physical, is a deeply difficult act. Seeing patients become vulnerable has always struck me with the immense trust patients have to place in those taking care of them. As such, these clinical encounters have lent meaning to patient-centered interactions. So instead of launching into preferred pharmacies and vaccination histories, I take a few moments to express genuine interest in their lives. And for those few minutes, I ask about their 6 dogs and cats, if they had any trouble getting to the office. When I open up, offer patients a chance to talk about their lives, they open up too. And I felt so privileged to see their travels, their tattoos, their wounds. It's difficult to put into words the smile that crosses the patient's face when I ask about their vacation and even more difficult to put into words, the smile that crosses mine when they pull out their phones and show me. When I encounter patients at the grocery store and they give me a wave, I finally understand what it truly means to become a physician, to see the patient as someone much like myself, a member of a wider community and family. Annie, we will miss you.
I have the privilege of introducing President Samuel L. Stanley, the 21st president of Michigan State University. He is a physician, a researcher, and a leader who over the course of the last year has made a significant difference at Michigan State University. In the context of today's tribute, I want you to know he is a leader with compassion. Each of you received a letter from him in the loss of your child. We now welcome him to share words with you directly.
I want to thank you for joining us today as we remember the students we have lost from our Spartan family. They are also your children, siblings, friends, family members, and loved ones. I offer my condolences to each of you who share such deep grief. Michigan State has long offered young people a foundation on which to grow and an opportunity to make a difference in the world. For more than 160 years, this campus has come to understand how much we too are influenced by the presence of each student, even for the brief time they are with us. So today we remember and celebrate the lives of those we miss. We acknowledge their contributions and seek to express our gratitude for the ways they enriched our lives. We remember them for the amazing people they were. We resolve to honor that memory today and going forward. I am grateful to the families who made it possible for our campus community to know these young people. I salute those of you who helped form their character and for contributing to what made each one unique and special. I hope you find some small comfort being part of the community of remembrance that we collectively represent today. You too will always be a part of our family. Thank you all.
The Student Memorial Tribute includes a tradition of words of inspiration from one of our local clergy. This year, those words will be offered by the Reverend Dr. David Dressler, Associate Pastor of Martin Luther Chapel. He has a heart and love for ministry and particularly enjoys university communities. He has been a pastor of congregations in various college communities. Pastor Dressler is a friend of MSU, and I can say a friend of mine. And he comes to share a few words of inspiration for you, our families, today.
As a pastor who's been closely connected with students for many years, I want to extend to you, the families and others attending this Student Memorial Tribute, a special word of care as I extend my deepest sympathy for your loss. I pray that these few moments of reflection will give you a sense of comfort and peace as you continue to go through this difficult time. I'm Pastor Dave Dressel. I've been pastor at Martin Luther Chapel and am now one of the pastors there for a whole number of years. Being together is something that we don't do easily now. The coronavirus is keeping us separate. I feel like this is just the very time that it would be good to be together. But we are doing this, even this, virtually now. But you know, as families of those students at MSU who died unexpectedly this last year, you are gathered together here. You are united by a student connection at MSU and by the experience of sudden loss, of hopes, of plans for the future that were just dramatically, traumatically changed. And whether you lost a son or daughter or spouse or possibly even a parent, that hurt is real. So I know that in moments like this of reflection, I rely on the confident understanding of God, who is persistent. His never-ending care is for those of you who lost someone, as well as for you. You can have faith that your student was here for a reason, that their life, although shorter than we would have wanted, was a blessing to you and to those around them. From my faith perspective, I fully believe that God holds them now, and that whatever pain they felt, whether that was momentary or whether that was extended, that's been taken away. They now live in God's presence, blessed people. I know there are many different expectations that people have. When a student goes off or begins a program, you always think of what it will be, of how you will end up being proud of that person in life, and what a blessing they will be to others. Well, they have been that blessing to others. Whether they were an undergrad, just beginning first-year student, or in med school, whether they were in business, in nursing, in engineering, or arts and letters, or natural science, or social science, whether they were an only child, or whether they had siblings, even many siblings, their lives have had impact and have been a blessing. I know that our God looks upon us and holds us all and gives us the energy and the experience that we have so that we can touch other people's lives. It has worked through them. You felt that. Today we give thanks for them. We gather in memory of them. We celebrate who they have been and who they are now as people who live in our hearts and lives, in our memory, as people who are examples for others, as people who continue to know the gracious love of God. You see, I believe that it is God's persistent, caring love that comes to each one of us, whether or not we deserve that. That each one of us is God's child. And in God's love and care, God holds us now and always. We gather together today as people to support each other, to care for each other, to strengthen each other. Today I want you to know that that blessing is something we all share. And to end with the blessing of our God, that our God promises to bless us and keep us. Our God promises always to watch over us and have his face shine on us and to be gracious to us. Our God promises that he will look upon us with favor and always give us peace. It is my prayer that you may have that peace on this day and for the rest of your life, as you remember the one that you have loved and continue to love.
Thank you to Joel Kaser, a music performance sophomore, for his rendition of Taps. A quote from a 7-year-old who was being helped by Ellie's Place, a place for grieving children, is as follows. She said, "Memories are the medicine for grief," end quote. We offer the next few minutes for each of us in our own way to pay tribute and honor to those we've lost. The carillon at Beaumont Tower will toll for each individual, and you will have time for personal reflection as there is a musical interlude, and you can honor your loved one in whatever way seems appropriate for you during this time. Lanaya Kenai Ann Bell, SKYLER DYER, Saray Garcia, Jeffrey LANGOLF, Giori Lee, Donald MILTON, Laura K. OSAER, D.O., Josiah Keith Rice, Katie Rogers, Jackson William Stegmeyer, Sebastian Alexander TYLL, and 2 members of the community we lost the previous year, Daniel John Hoffman, Annie Lee Yang. In closing, we want you to know a tree has been planted on campus to honor the memory of your loved ones. A plaque with their names will be affixed to that tree within the next couple of months, and you will receive information on the location so that as you choose, you may come to campus to visit that site and to see the plaque once it is installed. We thank you again for joining us this evening, and I leave you with these words in the memory of your loved ones. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. Thank you. you.